Okay, I think we're recording.
Yeah.
You know what that means. I got
What is going down?
What's so funny over there?
What's going on? Oh yeah.
We need some theme music. All right, welcome to the We're Not Talking About That podcast, if I can remember the name of my own podcast. We are your hosts. All right, that's enough of that.
Wow.
That was a lot.
And then you couldn't even fade out or anything, nice and easy. Like,
I'll work on that.
What's going on over there? You
All
can't
right.
fade that thing out.
I think it's we're gonna need an engineer.
Man. That thing's gonna come in late, and then you can't fade it out either. I should get one of those little toddler pianos.
Like, all right, we're here.
Look, I'll make a real intro one day.
Yeah, I know.
I was busy this week.
Yes, Gabe has been telling me. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing
Busy,
VR for
first of the
switch
year.
gears.
Got lots of units to go out.
Well, we do. I don't do. I do marketing, so I don't do units. I'm making a VR experience for our equipment at work. I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty neat.
Oh, very cool.
For the Oculus, I know you guys have Quests.
Is that the same headphones you've always been using?
I switched to them a few weeks ago. These are my fancy.
They look like fucking flight. Yeah, I got them.
What do you got?
Look like you're gonna go flying.
Well, you got. Yeah, you do have whatever that is. Top Gun. What is that game? Show. Top Gun.
Yeah, dude. I haven't put my Oculus on in months and months and months.
I got the new
That's what
one.
I'm saying. It's odd you said that. I don't have the new one. I have that old one I have, but I plugged it in and charged it up. I was like, I'm going to use that thing this weekend.
What's supposed to be good about the new one?
It's so the new Meta Quest. It's Meta now. Meta Quest. It's got better AR, like so augmented reality. It's got like
Doesn't have like three little holes in the front, like I don't know.
They're cameras.
Yeah,
that's how it tracks you.
Yeah,
and it's got color cameras, so you could see through it. So like the interface comes up, it's just where you're sitting, and then like menus come up. And it's got a little bit better graphics than the other one. It's a little faster. It's got more memory. Do
you have one?
I do.
You do. How much was that monster?
I got it at Costco. Shameless plug for Hey Costco, would you like to
give us free hot
sponsor? Yeah, sponsor our podcast. It was $600 at Costco.
However, have a hot dog? Did you have a hot dog when you went there? You didn't?
I didn't either.
Trying to quit?
Yeah.
Didn't we start out hot dogs podcast by you saying you hated Costco?
I do, but I shop there. Yeah. That's why I hate it, because I actually use it. But hey, if Costco wants to sponsor us, I'll say that I love it.
We'll put a little Costco ad.
Imagine free hot dogs for life.
We should just start. We should just start advertising, and then maybe they'll just pick us up.
Yeah,
you gotta put up a Costco board. This is for. Yeah, here's our Costco ad.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Shop at Costco. It fucking sucks, but you have to.
Now you can't. Come on now. You can't come out like that. Hey, these guys, you're a marketing guy.
I know.
It's like, shop at Costco sucks, but you got to do it.
You know what? It would get attention though if you if that was the campaign.
Hey, it sucks, but there's free food at the end of the aisles.
What's that?
Is this a secret campaign going on right now?
Yeah, it's a secret Costco campaign.
It sucks, but dogs are $1.50 and there's free food at the end of every aisle.
I mean, there's some good things about Costco, like the hot dogs are super cheap. The chickens are super cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, I buy a bunch of stuff that I need there because it's cheaper. And gas. I don't buy gas anywhere else. That's the only place I get gas. I only go to Costco for my gas. That's why I say it sucks, but you have to use it. So, I mean, that should just be their thing. It sucks, but you have to use it.
You have to use it.
Yeah.
It sucks, but what else are you going to do?
It was under $4 the other day, so.
What's that?
That was good. It was under $4 the other day, so that was good.
Oh, wow. Well, unfortunately, my Costco had like measurements going on all friggin' day when I went to get gas, so I had to go to a regular gas station. I was angry.
Measurements? What do you mean?
Well, they have to measure to make sure that they're not.
Oh,
jipping
weights
you.
and measures was over there. Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Right.
Configuration shit. Anyway,
how was everybody's week? Gabe did VR.
I did VR.
He's got a new crew working with him.
A couple people working intelligent.
New crew. They're intelligent?
Yeah.
I hope
Are
so.
you just saying that because they might watch this?
No, they wouldn't watch this, but they definitely are intelligent.
That's
I picked people who I think are probably smarter than me. I know. That's tough. But
yes, it's a tall order,
It's a tall order. And also they didn't go to CSUN, so there's some
you got to throw them that shit when you talk to them. Like, listen, I'm going to talk to you like I talk to a 5-year-old because you clearly didn't go to CSUN. So let me explain this to you in layman's terms.
What school did you go to? MIT? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
what is a MIT?
What the fuck is MIT?
What the fuck is a MIT?
That sounds like is that some kind of trade
like a
school?
Community college?
It is. Oh shit, I forgot to plug my light in. Watch out. Boom.
Oh,
Boom.
now we can see your face.
Christ. Holy shit. Thing's fucking bright, yo.
Well, so I think today, and so I made the I cut out a lot of the fluff today because
look at that.
Because we're
busy.
going to talk about something that I think is going to take most of our time, which is things that scared us as children and adults.
Mm-hmm.
You mean we're going to stay on topic?
Probably. I mean, no.
There's no chance of that, my friend.
I know, but this is likely to go pretty deep because I noticed you guys have some weird thing. I feel like I'm not nearly as interesting as you guys because my things that I was scared of aren't as bizarre as the ones that you.
Well,
put
why?
Well,
what is it? Well, you start with your shit. Like,
you guys want to get right into it, or what?
Top of the list. What do you got? Gabe Perez, top of the list.
Well, hold on.
Gabe Parades.
So I made this slide here of what scared you. So this is like the stuff that you guys said you were scared of as kids.
Oh yeah, war. That was terrified of fucking the Russians. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I put a couple things. So for me, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the movie, when Violet Beauregard turns into a blueberry, fucking terrified as a kid.
I just read something in that. That other people get scared about that. Like freaked them out.
Scared the fucking shit out of me.
The blueberry scene scared you.
Yeah, when she turns into the blueberry.
Because why? You're wondering how is she going to blow up? How are they going to get at her?
No,
because he says they're going to squeeze her. That's how they're going to get the juice out.
Well, so I don't know what it was, but
are you afraid of hugs?
I delved deeper into it, and I think I was scared of any time somebody's face would turn a different color that wasn't the right color. I also had a book about a dog, which I looked up, but I couldn't find. It was a children's book. And the dog, it's a dog family. They're like anthropomorphic dogs. Okay. So this guy, his mom, he sees a mushroom and his mom says, don't eat the mushroom because they're usually poisonous. And then there's a scene in the book where he's imagining that he ate the mushroom and he's turning green. He turns green. It scared the shit out of me as a kid. I remember I had that book. We lived with my grandmother. I went and hid that book in my grandmother's room because I was scared of that book.
You're afraid of colors, thought it was? You think?
Huh?
You're afraid of colors?
Of people turning the wrong color. That's like.
So you hid that book because you thought it was going to come get you?
Yeah, I must have been about 4 years old, something like that. Same time, I was scared of the Violet Beauregard turning into a blueberry.
Because old time Frankenstein, man, he was green. Did that trip you out?
I don't know that at that time I even was aware of Frankenstein.
Well,
it's the transition to the color that's the problem. If you start blue, no problem.
You're a blue person, and that's okay.
If you transition to blue from being regular, then that scared me.
Yeah. So the Incredible Hulk scared the living shit out of you then.
Which one?
The
Hulk?
Yeah, because you had
I don't think I was allowed to watch that as a kid. I think it was too adult. When I was like 4.
How much green paint do you think they went through painting Lou Ferrigno.
So much.
How could that be an adult show?
Well,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It had adult themes like the
gamma
$6 million man too.
Were you afraid of gamma rays as a kid? I was afraid of gamma rays.
My mother was a little bit protective, maybe.
Really?
Well, when I was like 4, I think the only shows my mom let me watch. She tried to keep cartoons away from me until I went to somebody's house.
Why?
At the age of 5.
Why would that be? What do you?
She was trying to keep me on wholesome stuff so I could watch Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street. But that was about the extent of my television up until I was about 5.
That's good stuff.
You can't keep the kids down. Yeah, they're gonna get it, one way or the other.
Yeah, she didn't try to do it with my sister. So
right,
who's probably listening? Hi, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
So yeah, it's the colors. The other thing I was terrified of later, when I understood what was happening, because I was a child at the end of the Cold War, was nuclear war. I was terrified of that. My 5th grade teacher scared the crap out of us by telling us that someday the Russians were going to drop nuclear bombs on us and everything.
What, she told you that like it was a definite thing? Like that?
Yeah, it was a dude. Yeah. And he was actually my 5th grade teacher. He was my mother's 5th grade teacher too, because I grew up in this,
So he was a curmudgeon-y old guy, right?
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
Goddamn Ruskies are gonna drop bombs on us. Yeah.
Well, I remember in grade school, when we were kids, we had to do bomb raid drills and along with the fire alarm stuff. But
it's different now. It's active shooter drills now, which is
horrid,
still terrifying.
It happens way more than nuclear war.
Yeah, it does actually. It's probably, but I don't know. I was scared of the Holocaust that would.
What were your thoughts about the Holocaust and what actually would happen after that? Would just turn into a bunch of underground. What is it? What was that movie? Chud, cannibalistic human underground.
That's right. Yeah, that was Chud.
It was Chud. And what happened? What did you think was going to go on?
I don't know. I think I was just scared that I was going to die, or that my parents would die in it, and I'd be an orphan. Because that was a core fear of mine, was becoming an orphan.
Becoming an orphan, yes, losing your thing.
That was. I think that's a lot of children's fear. I was scared of ghosts, and my elementary school is the reason I had so many fears. I remember I was in the 3rd grade. It was Halloween. And they took us in, and at that time they had projectors because nobody had a fucking VCR. And they did a projected movie, this ghost thing about like ghost stories. I don't know why it was terrifying. I couldn't sleep in my own room for quite a while after that. Like I had to sleep somewhere else.
Why in the fuck would they pull out ghost shit on a bunch of kids at school? That's
because it's the 80s and nobody cares.
The tea's like, watch this shit. I'm going to scare the living crap out of these little bastards.
Honestly and truly, it goes right back to that whole fear thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can control with fear.
Yeah, no, just if you don't do that, out of these kids. If you don't write your cursive right, the goddamn ghosts are going to come, and I'm going to see to it.
Well, yeah, it was. I do feel like a lot of my education was fear based. Lastly, I still get nervous on them, but the gondola kind of rides.
Mm.
I went on one in Kazakhstan over the.
Were you way up there? Summer. Was it like really high?
It wasn't that high, but the thing is
I see
that
what you're saying.
Like
I'm in a boat ride. I was like,
no. I have the picture there. Yeah, those things. I'm less afraid of heights. I'm still afraid of those gondolas because they seem janky to me. But like, it's a different kind of fear. It's not the same anymore. And you noticed some things there, you guys. So maybe we go to T-Bone now.
T-Bone's top. I know what T-Bone's top number 1.
Oh yeah, right. It's always been. I mean, that's
always been.
When you get to know me. Like if you first meet me within the first 5 minutes, you're gonna know. Like because I'll have mentioned it twice that I'm afraid of frogs.
Yeah,
grew up afraid of frogs.
That's how you doing? I'm Terry. Afraid of frogs?
I've mentioned it twice at least.
Just want you to know, don't bring a goddamn frog anywhere near me. Why would I have a frog?
So what scares you about frogs exactly?
Well,
there was an episode though, right?
Yeah, there was an episode, man. So when I was a kid, my uncle and my cousin, they were a little older than we were. The group I hung out with, they were probably in their teens, 15, 13, something like that. Anyway, they were digging this hole, man, and they dug this hole for like 3 days, and the thing was about like 6 foot deep, and
digging a hole as you do when you're a kid. Just don't dig.
Yeah, you do that.
We all dug holes,
Yeah.
But these guys were filling it with water and like keeping it filled with the water hose, and every day they were running and going and catching frogs and throwing them in the hole. So, like for 3 days, this is what they did, and then like some of the bigger frogs were eating the littler frogs, and I remember looking down there going, that is fucking dreadful. I was like, that's creepy how desperate and they were just on top of each other and dying and trying to balance on the dead ones, and it was horrific. And I remember just looking at it, and my uncle comes from behind me and pushes me in.
Oh, what the heck?
So, and the water, I stand there and the water's like here. Like, I'm just freaking out, and all these fucking frogs are like trying to fucking get at me, and
oh my
I'm just
God.
like, I'm frozen, and somebody pulled me out, and I think they said I didn't talk for a couple of weeks, and
that's fucking serious trauma.
Wow. Yeah. But was this the 80s too? Because that was a cruel decade.
This is the 70s. This is
also like, a cruel decade. Yeah,
it was.
Yeah. So that was from, I was probably, it might have been 72 or 73 that happened.
Wow, you were little.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about 5 years old or so.
Wow.
So I was reading.
People, adults didn't really worry about scaring children in like the 70s and 80s. My mother, I remember I was 5 years old. It was April Fool's Day. My mom likes April Fool's Day. And I was sleeping. I'm 5 years old. I was sleeping. I remember in my bedroom. My mom comes in and wakes me up in the morning. And she's like, Gabe, get up. Aliens just landed in the backyard. They just landed in the backyard. I was like, what? Huh? What? I was terrified. I like ran like over to like the window to like see what happened. She was April Fool's. I was like, what the fuck?
That is awful.
It's such a formative memory of mine.
Parents in the 80s and the 70s, I'd like, well, whether scaring you or just completely ignoring your ass, it's like the Gen X is like the last of the feral children. I was just seeing on Reddit today. It's like, this is a commercial from back in the late 70s, early 80s, where they had to remind the parents, the boomers, to be nice to their children. And I mean, it's like, dude, you see a bunch of parents screaming at kids, fucking get out of here. What the fuck are you doing bothering me?
I mean, I had good parents. It's just that like it was different, I think, because like the ideas we have now weren't popular, like nobody knew like anything. No, I mean, nobody cared. I think it made us tougher. I mean, or something.
Yeah. I mean, it was
definitely contributed to T-Bone's fear of frogs, though.
Dude, yeah. And I've always, this other one that's really treacherous is I have these cringing events in my life to where I'll sit there and zone out, and I'll think about needles in between my toes, and I fucking, I gotta fucking.
Well, you just think about that?
I just think about like if I'm walking along the carpet or something, and someone has dropped a needle, I've had it like go in my toe and in between my toes.
Oh my God! That kept that.
And I used to have dreams that, and I had this several times, but it was this like evil clown, which I think came from the whole poltergeist thing.
Oh, it did?
Poltergeist.
Oh yeah, man. Poltergeist was scary.
Poltergeist, or was it? Probably
no, it was Poltergeist.
No, it's Poltergeist. Yeah. Poltergeist was awesome. It was scary.
I thought they were gonna fucking stick needles in between my toes from under the bed. I was like, oh.
Where'd they fucking graduate from the fucking Vietnam school of fucking torture?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It was treacherous, yeah.
And I tell you, I was reading today, they were saying the reason we have these phobias, and here's what it is. There's the amygdala in our brain records moments of high emotional situations,
anxieties and stress.
Anxieties and shit, and it fucking keeps them in there. That's how all that shit, it just gets locked away in there, and you fucking, you just go to the file. Oh yeah, that's a fucking totally terrified of that. Yeah.
Once.
Yeah.
Touch it
Well,
once.
they should figure out a way to delete those.
I don't know. No, maybe that's
then
safe.
You'll always touch the stove,
Oh, that's true.
God damn it. I just fucking thought.
I did it again.
I'm burned on the other hand. I knew it was bad, but yeah.
Didn't I just
forgot about that?
But I wonder if some people don't have amygdalas, and if that is something like you're like. No.
There are the people who don't feel fear like that. Well, I don't know if it's a fear thing, but isn't there people that don't feel pain, and that's scary because they can get into all kinds of shit, burning themselves.
Those are adult fears now. I never thought about that, but that scares me now that you said that.
You know what?
I think.
Go ahead.
Killer bees was definitely a fear of mine.
That was the thing when I was a kid too. I remember that.
There was a news program.
We're fucked.
Yeah, there was a news program, and I was watching it, and I don't know. The news hasn't changed. They're always terrifying people one way or another, but it's like shit's going on in Beirut. No, by the way, killer bees are coming, guys. So buckle down. And I was like, oh my God, the neighbors need to know.
Right now, it's probably going to be about 5 years before they migrate up here, and that was like 79. They were telling me.
Yeah, I remember in the 80s
they were down there. And you start walking around, don't be.
You're going to get attacked.
You're going to get attacked, or you're going to fall in quicksand. And
I was worried so much about my neighborhood. I went door to door telling everybody that the killer bees were coming. Yeah, I was like, guys, the killer bees are coming. Okay, thanks. I'll keep that. Keep that in mind. Yeah.
Who the fuck is the weird kid who's going around telling everybody the bees are coming?
Well, I lived on a block and everybody was friendly, It's
of course.
That's how it went. Like, did you know the killer bees are coming? No, I did not. Thank you, though. Yeah. We're having dinner right now. Thank you. Bye.
The new one's AI, right? That's what's scaring everybody now. That's going to be from here on for the next 20, 30 years. I think we're going to see a lot more movies and screenplays about how AI has deceived us and taken over, and we don't really know it.
Well, do you think? What do you guys think? Do you think it's actually going to get like that? I mean, I was seeing something on Reddit yesterday. This is a couple of guys just walking a robot down by the beach. Fucking, and I'm like, team that up.
I'm for it. I'm not a friend. I'm not even the slightest bit afraid of it. I'm for it. I say, make it better. I want.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is you're going to have a world where robots do everything,
and you sit around and take. Yeah, Gabe's biggest dream. If I could just get everything.
Me some grapes. Get me grapes.
Get me grapes, robot.
Yeah, I mean,
well, see, you can't do that though, because then some hacker's gonna fucking hack into your fucking robot and make it kill you or somebody else.
Just for fun, because that's how the kids are these days.
You'll always have that problem, but
yes, you're right. You're always going to have the robot killing you problem when you got him in your house.
Where's Columbo when you need him?
Right. It's just one more thing.
Everything has some kind of thing that's going to be wrong with it. In general, I like the idea of just becoming like everybody is like, oh my God, it's going to be like WALL-E, where the people are just sitting in chairs. Have you seen that movie WALL-E?
Dude, yeah, but
it's way above beyond its time. I mean, before its time.
I know, but really does that really seem that bad? It doesn't seem that bad to me.
It does seem that bad.
It seems
this is Gabe's dream. This is dream. You're on a cruise ship out in the space.
Dude,
around in a chair. More shakes, please.
I don't see how that's bad.
But is that what you want to do? You just want to fucking exist?
He does. He does.
He wants to,
he does. That's you've always wanted that. In fact, then you're like, I just want to get fat and retire.
The person I know is always a bit of the eccentric and artiste and wants to.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have time to do that stuff. You have more time to do more of that stuff.
It's more time for playing with Legos and doing whatever. Yeah, playing with little.
What are you gonna give to the world just laying around eating shakes? New names.
The robots. Here's the thing: the robots are going to do the stupid shit that nobody wants to do. And then we can do the fun stuff and the better stuff because the robots will do all the other stuff. Yeah,
we can do. What does the robot do? What do you not like to do?
Well,
all this work business, all that stuff. just give it to the robot. I'll stay home and collect a paycheck. Is that how it's you're not going to get a paycheck for that?
Well, no. I mean, the thing, like, you'd have to have universal basic income. It's like,
and you think that's going to be a nice high number?
I mean, I think it'll be a good
if you're sending your robot in to work for you, you're only going to get a buck, maybe an hour.
Okay, so you'll have.
Is that it? You got to send your own robot,
so you need 100 of them. Yeah,
right.
That's how it is. You're rich, all that. Right? Now you got middle manager robots, and you've got the underling robots, and you're at home eating a chocolate bar, and they're out there making Gabe money.
Look,
you got to have your
the robot. It's all part of a theory called of economic theory called post scarcity. That is when we get to a technological level where energy is like virtually unlimited and we can replicate things like molecules and we have automation that can do everything, that there just comes a time where scarcity, although it will still exist, is pretty much for regular things gone. And at that time, it's a golden age for humanity. That means we can explore and do things and use our intellects instead of spending our time like banging hammers against walls and like in the fields reaping fucking wheat or whatever bullshit.
That is a wonderful positive idea about it, and certainly is opposed to the Terminator vision where they're crushing our skulls under their metal feet.
But why would they? I don't like. Why would they want to kill us? That's the whole thing. Is like they're going to be an extension of us. So why would you?
I think the whole idea is the almighty, whoever it is, the alien up there that created this whole science project, is just waiting to find the thing that we're going to do to fuck up ourselves, and that could be it right there.
Like AI,
get rid of us. Yep. We are.
I mean, that's always we say that about everything. Like we have nuclear bombs.
I'm a doomsday guy.
Oh, okay.
I'm a doomsday guy.
Hey, he's one of the doomsday guys. Those guys.
It's not that I've given up hope. It's just like you can't.
There's not a lot of hope in the doomsday.
Trying to explain how we're fucking everything up, and no one listens. We're just doing the same shit. And now it'll be fine.
I think that we make some.
It's
progress.
Fine.
I think we make some progress.
Well, if AI gets to the situation where they're like, these guys are fucking up everything, and they're gonna fuck up our shit soon enough. I think they're the bad part. The human is the bad part. So we kill the human, then we're good.
No.
Yes.
Why? Yes. Why do you think that's the logic?
Because we're our fucking infection, dude.
No.
We're the next ones. Our 3 pitchers are on this. Is this infected?
We're also in charge of these things. Like
for now.
You just turn off the
I'm
power.
a doomsday guy.
I'm a doomsday guy. I'm not really a doomsday guy. I don't know.
You're not. You're very strangely, very, very happy. There's very positive things coming from you.
I mean, I'm usually positive about like the future.
You are the least positive.
It's a good year for you already.
Huh?
You are not positive.
I'm not positive in general.
You hate everything.
That's true. But that's just because we haven't gotten to the post-scarcity days where I could sit on my ass and...
God, if we could just get to those post-scarcity... Yep. And just, I don't know, maybe draw something. Everybody will be doing podcasts and,
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah. You'd be playing video games, doing podcasts, relaxing.
If I had more time to play video games and write
Why
things.
Is there... Not to break off from this, but... Is somebody afraid of closet doors?
Yes.
In the closet at night. Is that
dude? I had a fucking thing. Yeah, I had a thing. The closet. Was that door open? Was that closed? I think that was closed. Something's in there.
Mine was always the iron. I'd leave my house and go, fuck. I left the iron on.
Oh, I'm still scared of that.
Wrinkled.
I had a thing with street sweepers, and
that I didn't understand either.
I'd have recurring dreams, so this all came from a dream, and then it got stuck in my amygdala, obviously, because it kept coming back. It was It was my front lawn. It was a nice summer day. I'm sitting there by this tree on the front lawn, and the street sweeper, we were one house from the corner, is coming around the corner. Suddenly the earth starts to shake, and the street sweeper's coming, and it's coming up on the sidewalk, and I can't get up because the street sweeper's shaking the whole ground, and it's starting to slide toward it. It's going to suck me under there, get whipped around and all the brushes in her. But I never did. I woke up after that, and it's just dripping with sweat. So there, street sweeper. At our street sweeper thing, and that dream came back to me several times. I also had this one about this car, a monstrous car, really loud, that was like chasing me around, and I couldn't hide from it, and I could hear it streets over. Yeah, I could hear it streets over. I'm driving around.
Dude,
it's coming.
Actually,
well, hang on.
There was a movie back in the day called The Car.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I wake up, and there was a car driving around the neighborhood that somehow got into my dream. So how horrifying is it to dream of a demon car and wake up and it's actually out there?
Actual car.
There's an actual sound. I'm like,
it's just that anxiety, and you're running, and I love it. Yeah.
And all it was some asshole driving around with the fucking muffler off. You know what I mean? Just watch this at 2:00 in the morning. Fuck these guys, man. I'm driving around, having a beer, fucking, waking everybody up. You could hear it from streets away. Anyways.
So do you still have a thing about closet doors where things gotta be left open?
No, I don't give a shit. Someone was actually
no more locked doors.
Somebody actually died in our bedroom.
What?
Yeah, they died.
That's right. You did.
They died halfway in the closet.
What?
So
in whose bedroom?
Yeah.
The one you're in now?
Yeah, the one that I sleep in every
right
night.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean that stuff doesn't scare me. I'm not like I put ghosts here, but I'm no longer afraid of ghosts. I don't believe.
I'm not. It was movies when I was a kid.
Yeah,
never ghosts.
I
think I've always been comfortable with ghosts.
Have you? I was friggin'. I already mentioned it. I was friggin' terrified of ghosts, but
I've never seen one. I've never seen a single ghost or anything like it.
You know why you haven't seen a ghost?
Why?
They don't exist.
They don't exist.
Yeah, they're not real.
It's true.
I hate to tell all the ghost people, the fucking people who have take their voltmeters and
I've never seen a ghost. I've had energies and things have moved.
There's a resistance in the air. It's like, yeah, you live on a fucking planet.
You've seen things move?
Yeah.
I've seen things move. Yeah.
I think there's something to it.
I've been sitting in my old kitchen in that old house in Miracle Mile area. You remember that one?
Yeah.
The apartment?
Yeah.
I was sitting in that back kitchen and the refrigerator went bad. And I had a buddy and he had a dog. And the dog and I were really good buddies, Zach. And he came in, he's hugging me, and he came into the kitchen. He just stopped and looked at the refrigerator. And he put his fucking front feet down and started backing up. And he was like, growling. And I was like, what the fuck is he doing, dude? He's like, I don't know. Zach, stop. And he just, for the next 15 minutes. And then right next to that, I had this whole towel. And I had all the windows shut, but the coffee pot handle went, and then the towel flew in the air. And my buddy Dave looked at it and he goes, "Fuck this, mate, I'm out." And the dog was fucking all, and I was
there you go.
All right, I didn't see anything, but I saw something
That's a personal
move,
situation,
and it was some funky energy going on in there. So I'll tell you right now, there was some weird shit, positive, negative ions moving around. That were not.
Is it ions or is it
that area yet?
Disembodied
atoms?
Dude, I cannot imagine it's disembodied. If
would that change your mind, Gabe? If you were standing somewhere and you saw something happen that's not supposed to happen, like that thing untouched go flinging like that, or would you just dismiss that shit?
I wouldn't dismiss it, but I don't think that I would.
But would it change your mind? Would you be like, you know what?
No, I still wouldn't think it was ghosts. I mean, I think it was some other phenomenon.
Didn't you see the Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore thing? What was that called? Ghost?
Ghost?
See?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Yeah. Remember when they were making the little pottery together?
Yeah, that's a movie rather than a scientific.
Yeah, but
that was a nice
when
ghost.
He learned how to move things and shit.
You remember that? You remember that ghost? The guy that tried to kick him off the train? This is my train! Get off of my train!
Oh, that's right. He was on the subway. Yeah.
I can't remember that guy's name, but he is awesome. Wasn't he also wasn't he in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, the science teacher?
Oh, he might have been.
Are you in my class? I am today.
I think he was in Better Off Dead too. Lane Meyer wasn't everybody asking him if it was okay to go out with his girl since they were broken up?
Yeah,
and he was one of the teachers like, so Lane, I've asked you to stay behind because I had a question. I know that you guys are broken up, and well, I was just thinking.
Lane Meyer.
A study in impishness. All right.
We'll talk about movies one of these podcasts.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Favorite.
I'm curious.
Then Swans.
Swans. That's what I wanted to know about.
Was that your thing, T-Bone? Swans?
That was me. So I lived in a little town growing up. My grandma used to take me to this pond. It was called Mill Pond. It was right in Sayville, Long Island, New York.
That is a wonderfully traditional name for a pond.
It is.
It's just like Mill Pond.
Mill Pond.
Yeah.
Where you feed the ducks. Anyways.
Well, and there was big swans over there, but my grandma used to give me like stale bread. Like anytime you had stale bread, you took it to the ducks and the swans out at Mill Pond. And I'm standing there and she goes, go ahead, go give it to him. Like, go ahead. Smoking her damn cigarette.
Go give it to him. Fucking go on.
Exactly.
We came all the way down here. We're not going to make fucking sandwiches. Give him the bread.
There with the legs crossed. She's like, go ahead, go feed him. So I'm like, all right. And so I go over there and I'm starting to pull the bread out. And they're like, they've been here before. They know this kid's fucking, he doesn't know what he's doing. I'm going to take this bread. He's not giving it to me fast enough. So these fucking swans, and they're like in my fucking face.
Yeah.
And they're like coming at my shit. And I'm like, put it away. And my grandma's like, hit him. And I was like, what?
Hit him?
She's like, hit him. They're like coming at me. So I was like, pop. Pop. Like,
before you knew it, it's a fucking swan fight.
Swan fight.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. So I was beating the shit out of swans and they're coming at me. And then my grandma's like, yeah, that's it. Hey, get that right behind you. And I'm like, all right. So I was
gotta watch your six, kid. You gotta watch your six.
I remember driving by as a kid, Mill Pond, and just looking the other way, like,
oh my God,
we're not going there,
dude. Straight to the amygdala.
Yeah, swans are dangerous. You have to fight them.
Yeah, and now I have no mercy. Like, if any one of those motherfuckers, if I'm walking through a park and something comes after me, it knows already that I'm one of the people that will just snap its neck. I don't care.
Do you actually?
I don't care.
If it comes
near me, if you come near me, a bird, you should know not to fuck with that creature that's that much bigger than you.
It's going to happen.
Is it only if it attacks you, or would you actively run after a swan if it's in your area?
I'm not a fucking maniac. I'm not going to parks like fucking.
Well, I don't know. Your childhood.
Surprising. Well, in Los Angeles, we got that Echo Park Lake over there with the fountain, and they got swan boats.
Swan boats.
The fucking swan boats.
So, and I'm all right with that. It's just that was one of my fears, is like going to Mill Pond and seeing those fucking swans.
You never know what they're going to do. They don't give you any kind of advance notice.
They don't forget shit either.
That they're mad at you. Yeah.
Well,
they just like to be walking.
Birds are smart.
They're one of my favorite creatures in the planet.
Except swans.
I'm a big bird guy.
Except swans. Swans, ducks.
It's a bird. I got a little respect. Like I said, I'm not out there killing them. But I'm telling you, do not fucking push my button. It fucking goes off. Pop.
Yeah, you're gonna get punched.
Yeah.
You're gonna.
You learned at an early age that you have to fight off the swans. It's
yeah.
So you gotta stay away from frogs, because I remember, like, I'd be being a little kid, and we went to like Disneyland, and we stayed at like the RV park. We had brought an RV or whatever, and I remember at night going, because you got to go walk to like the KOA to the shower. I remember going there, and just as I'm walking by, I'm just like scanning everything with my fucking bionic eyes to see if anything moves. And if it moves, I'm fucking back in the RV. I'm not taking a shower. There's a fucking frog out there. I'm not cool with that. But I knew there's got to be millions of them. And the craziest part is I jumped into a whole pond one time and they were just filled with them. I was forced to jump into the pond for a reason.
I sent you a picture years back when I was staying up in Napa. I don't know if you remember this picture. Dude.
Yeah, I remember in the bathroom.
Yes, I was going to the bathroom and I pulled the lid up and there's a little tiny green frog stuck to the inside of the toilet lid.
Crunch. Oh my God.
Yeah. It scared the shit out of me. And I fucking had to take a picture of that and Send it to T-Bone.
Yeah. I honestly, when I clicked on it, those receptors in my brain,
straight to the amygdala.
I was like, ooh, that's not cool.
Amygdala recall.
That's not cool. If I open the toilet, crunch. That's it.
They're such a cute little guy too. Not for you.
I know, man.
No tolerance.
I think the last one that I was curious about, though, that's the last picture here, is quicksand. Which one of you is quicksand?
Dude,
I think they got us deadly afraid of that when we were kids.
Did
with
they?
Johnny Quest and
I don't know how much, where that came from, all of the quicksand stuff.
I was never really afraid of quicksand because I thought it was something that you only had in like the jungle or whatever.
Right, and that's like I remember seeing cartoons, and they were always like, it was always in cartoons.
That's
like
what it was. It was cartoons.
Johnny Quest,
yeah,
and Bugs Bunny, and they'd be out there in the middle of the forest, and they'd be sinking and trying to grab something. And
that's right.
Like, fucking, this is how you die.
Wile E. Coyote.
A couple of episodes of like probably Gilligan's Island, where they found quicksand on that island.
That does make sense.
Yes, there was. There were some TV shows with it in there. It was like a big topic in the 70s. Oh, you know what? Quicksand.
And
perfect.
Honestly, I didn't mention it, but the Bermuda Triangle. I was like, I'm never flying over.
Oh,
that
yeah.
area.
That's right.
I thought that's just, why do people even get on a plane if they know it's going over that area?
Well, I thought it was
because I just had it. They had me hook, line, and sinker. That
I thought it was cool.
Trying to get rid of boats.
Like I thought that
it was.
I was fascinated about it. I thought it was
mysterious. Neat. It's like back in the day.
They had TV shows about it. You know
yeah.
what I mean? It was like,
but that's all the information you got because there was no internet back then to like go and look this shit up. You know what I mean? And read about it. It was like, you see that on a show and you're like, oh my God, there's just planes flying in there, not coming back. Well, where's it go?
I remember going
to the bottom of the ocean is where it goes.
Where it goes.
Leonard Nimoy in Search of was the name of the show. And they fucking hit all these In Search of Bigfoot. And I was like, holy shit, there's a fucking huge monster like out in the fucking forest.
There's still Bigfoot show on
dude, people
hunting Bigfoot.
I do not believe in Bigfoot.
I didn't either, but I was just like,
how about skinwalkers?
No, it's so dumb. You
guys are New Mexico people. Don't they have the skinwalker problem?
There's no such thing as that kind of thing. It's so dumb.
What about Irona, the Irona?
Oh, that's dumb too.
The river witch.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
There's never a river witch. That was just parents got tired of their kids and they went down to a river and drowned them.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
That is.
I mean, the thing is that like the reason that I'm not scared of ghosts anymore is that like living people are way more terrifying than any ghost could ever be.
I'm not arguing you on that at all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
I want to believe. I'm the Fox Mulder of the three of us.
Yeah.
Get you. You guys are more the Scullys.
and he proves it to her every week, and still, I don't know, Mulder. This all seems a little out at fucking too much, you know.
What a great show.
Scully.
We all loved it.
I don't know. You guys sent me things you disliked to this day that you dislike.
Oh my God, I hate that first one. It drives me nuts.
So I put I put him here.
That was yes.
So
that I loved reading that. That was T-Bone's thing.
Yeah, T-Bone's was he hates people wearing tiny hats. It's so
ridiculous.
It's so specific though. Like, what is it that you hate about people wearing tiny hats?
It's so random. What is that? What is that?
My kids and my wife all go around buying little hats too. Just to drive me nuts.
Really?
All over the fucking place.
I walk around and
find two in here.
What
happens when you see a child with a tiny hat on?
It just it reminds me of something from Alice in Wonderland. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
do you not like that book?
No, I loved it, but it was fantasy. When I see somebody with a big fucking head wearing a stupid little hat, it just doesn't make sense.
Okay,
it calculate. It's like. So you got to have some metrics, you know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I was going to ask you if you don't like stupid costumes, but like I was going to ask you about cosplay, but it seems like it's more of the
I'm okay with all that.
Yeah, it seems like you're more in the scale being off.
So somebody's birthday, possibly New Year's, you might catch this. might catch the tiny hat people.
Yep. It drives me nuts. That's not the way to start off the year with a small hat.
Do you?
Yes, that's not the way to go. Start the year off with a tiny hat.
Let me ask you this: do you dislike things that are off scale in general? Like, let's say there was a train set, like a electric train set, and the people were way too big for the scenery. Would you hate that too?
I don't know if I'd hate it. I'm uncomfortable already just you mentioning it.
Okay, so this is a scale thing.
It's a scale. It's a scale
issue. Scale issue, I think.
Train sets bug you out, or it's just the differences?
No. It's just in general. If I saw something, I would immediately find. I try to go in my head of what I liked about it, but really, what's going to bring me to it is the off scale and it doesn't make sense.
Okay, so this brings me back to one more thing, which is we talked about one of the kinks or fetishes was giant women. So do you also think that that's off?
Did we talk about giant women?
We did. We talked. It's an actual kink that people have. Is a giant woman. Or like off scale sexual partner. So I was just wondering if also T-Bone's creeped out by that as well.
Short people got. No, I'm good with.
Randy Newman.
Good with
Hey, let's take a second here and comment about Gabe's background. Look at that. What do you got there? You got yourself a little Hawaiian theme?
It's like
the bricks are gone.
It's a synthwave background.
Synthwave background?
Yeah.
Because is that one of your what is that the palm tree on?
Yeah, it's a palm tree, and that's like synthwave.
It's utter fucking nonsense.
It's
what
sweet.
Is that?
Looks good.
Is that a mountain there too? And
those are like synthwave mountains. They have a grid on them.
What the fuck?
Dunes.
All right.
Yeah, pink.
Are you jealous?
I know.
I am.
You are.
I'm a little jealous.
You can get your own background. I set it up every time. I have to set up an hour ahead of this podcast just so I can get everything set up here with my camera and my.
Wait a second.
I really appreciate you doing all the legwork. I don't mean to bitch about you.
No, it's
at the beginning. I didn't mean that.
No, I didn't. No, none
I'll
ever
bitch all
taken.
day.
You.
Who hates George Washington?
No,
Gabe?
It's the founding fathers.
The founding fathers.
We've talked about this. It's something that irks me is that how deific they've become. Like, we think they're like gods. They were just a bunch of fucking old white greedy motherfuckers. That's it. That's all they were.
Yeah. Should have had some Indians
with
in there.
Slaves. And so the other people I hate are Elon Musk. That's something I dislike, and country music. So I'll just put those three things.
Wow. All right. What is your deal with Elon Musk?
He's a little bit rock and roll.
Who? Elon Musk?
Some class. No.
Garth Brooks.
Oh, I know he's going for country music, but
he hates all kinds.
Oh God.
Yeah, he grew up like us. He was listening to Kiss, and
he hates country and western.
Dude, it's
both of them.
Yes.
I cannot. Man, here's the thing. This is what made me what put this on here is I was listening to The Daily, which is a podcast by the New York Times, and they were talking to farmers about why they like Ron DeSantis better than Trump. And I was just sitting there like thinking how much I hate most of the middle of the country and the bullshit. Like, I just can't stand it. Like, and then I got into an accident on my motorcycle, and Ron DeSantis called me and he asked me if I was okay, and I'm just like, oh God, dude, like, I just hate.
What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Middle
I identify with working folks, people who salt of the earth, and like, God, The country music is that's country music to me. It's just that's what it is. It makes me
tape you to a chair in Ohio somewhere and then turn on fucking Hee Haw.
Oh fuck, I hate Hee Haw so much.
I hated the musical shows back then. I hated Hee Haw. I hated fucking Lawrence Welk
show.
I love Lawrence Welk. In fact, as a kid, it was my favorite show. And
really,
my grandmother took me to the Lawrence Welk restaurant in Pasadena.
Wait, there's a Lawrence Welk restaurant?
There was. He owned it in Pasadena. It was like a German restaurant, and Lawrence Welk was there, and I met Lawrence Welk. Oh, my
God.
And he played a song for me on his
His little squeeze box.
Yeah, whatever.
Mama's got a squeeze box. Daddy's going to sing all night.
Accordion.
Yeah.
He's played. I was a big Lawrence Welk fan.
Wow, dude.
To this day, I love
had
Lawrence
no
Welk.
idea. Really?
Love Lawrence Welk.
That explains
now
the
we play
EDM.
another song.
Explains the EDM.
Now we play a song. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Now another person coming out. I loved it. God. I thought all bands, when I was a kid, I thought all bands had everybody had like a little podium that they would sit at. You know, they all like. And now for some champagne music.
For champagne music.
Aha! I just love that guy.
Did you ever watch Austin City Limits? Did you like that stuff or?
No. What is that? I don't think I watched
you didn't like
that.
country.
No.
Austin City Limits?
Well, it'd be largely country, and then there was some other stuff in there. There was some rock and roll going down.
Oh yeah, they brought it in.
Yeah.
You guys have some hated stuff. T-Bone doesn't like graffiti.
Oh, I'm with you on that one.
Are you? I like graffiti. Yeah. I think it's neat.
I know you were. Yeah.
I don't.
You're that guy.
Yeah.
You think it's neat?
I've been the recipient of trying to get something done, and
well, it's to me, it's like I like guerrilla art, and I like art, so I like graffiti.
Anarchy.
Not anarchy, just like it's. I don't know. It's one of the more pleasant points of like urban decay,
like nice wall art, as opposed to like somebody saying chulo MS-13.
Dude, it's not all like that. A lot of it is artistic. It's people expressing themselves artistically in a lot of cases.
I see that, and I see a lot of it. I mean, we live in LA.
Yeah,
you're gonna get it. It doesn't matter.
And you're gonna see
a lot of it's pretty neat.
You can drive along and it's like some of it's like it's at a point you're like, I can just choose to be okay with this because it's not going to change. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's going to be fucking everywhere. I'm going to like, oh, look at that. That's a nice color. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why you don't like it though.
That word.
It can be annoying as well, but I tend to like,
this dude's name is Mushy, and he's done a lovely job on this wall with with some silvers and some greens. I don't know.
It looks like a huge fleshish butthole. And his name's
yes.
Flusk. Flusk is the artist. Flusk.
Flusk.
I kind of think it's neat that people have those weird like tags too.
Well, is there any that you remember that you see all over town that like I can't think of one right now.
There was Chaka.
Yeah,
Chaka. Well, Chaka was big.
I don't know now because I live in a graffiti list.
Well, definitely
soulless
free
town
everywhere.
Yes,
with no personality whatsoever. But
Irvine.
Yes. Zero.
Yeah,
like
you can get a lot of fucking trouble for graffiti in Irvine.
Oh, dude, they just
with all the green parking lots will come and get you.
Yeah, dude, it's so creepy here.
You fly right down.
The police are so nice here, but you know what? I know what happens is when they see somebody who they're not supposed to, like your car. I bet you, like your car is like 10 years too old or something, that they're not nice to you, and you probably get escorted out like with a billy club to the face.
We wash our cars around here, you fucker. What? How long's it been since you washed this car
around here, boy?
Somebody's drawing a smiley face on your back window, you stupid fucker. Now wash this car. You got 3 days. Bring me back a clean car, and I'll sign your ticket.
Speaking of clean, you have cockroaches as something that you dislike.
I see them. They just like some people. It's spiders. For me, it's like they're just. Oh my god.
And Donald Trump.
No remorse
either.
You also,
of course, you guys really all know I hate that motherfucker.
And
everything I got.
You also had, which I thought was interesting, tuna casserole, which I like.
Yeah, I used to like
casserole too.
I got a lot of that when I was a kid. It was a staple. It was a thing.
Just don't like it anymore because of that.
Well, I choose not to do that. I'll do other things. I can't think of an occasion where you're like, I think what's gonna go well right now is a fucking good tuna casserole.
You know what would taste good? You know what I've been missing?
If nobody told me about it and it landed in front of me.
I'm telling you right now, someone's told you before. Yeah, but my mom's is good. If you had my mom's, you'd like tuna casserole.
Listen, tuna casserole, can of tuna, wide noodles, can of cream mushroom soup. There you go. Oh,
Done.
that's
Okay, you
awful.
guys.
I'm done, son.
Boy, I'm terrible at podcasting. I really am.
Fuck you talking about? Awesome.
It's alive! It's alive!
Okay,
Oh
that's
my God.
that. You know what that means?
Your editing is spot on, mate.
Spot on, dude. You need a producer over there to get this shit going right.
Hey, it's hard. It's hard to be a member of the podcast and do this, be the control board as well. Other people do it, I know, but I can.
You've gone to college. You're so smart, and you're a DJ. I can't see how you're fucking this up.
I'm not really a multitasker. Okay, it's not really my thing. I'm more of a focused worker.
I thought that was part of being a DJ, though. You had to hear the beat coming, and then you had to kind of get in with it.
That's only
find the right.
It's only two things. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna DJ a party.
It's only two things
next week.
It's only two things.
Did another one?
Yeah, I'm gonna do more of a disco set this time. But so what we have here on the screen is does this look infected segment.
That finger, I can feel that. That is awful.
So there's the first picture is a foot that is covered with bumps that look awful. The second is a finger that looks like it's falling apart.
Is that a black tongue?
Among us.
And that is the third one is a tongue.
Oh,
a pierced tongue.
A white thing.
Oh,
is
that what it is? That's a piercing. Right, yeah, that's a tongue piercing. That black ball.
It's a piercing. But there's a white spot below it.
Yes, there is a white spot below it. That's what we're wondering whether
that's infected. I'm going yes on that. Yeah. Yes. No. Infected. Yes.
Yes.
He
no.
dies,
yes.
She dies. They all die.
From left to right.
You guys are saying yes. No. Yes on this.
See, T-Bone's saying yes.
You're saying yes. Yes. Yes.
That's nasty.
Okay, let's find out the answers. No, those are fire ant stings. That first one.
Oh my God!
And that white stuff is infection.
Well, those are periungal
warts.
Periungal warts.
Oh my God, that looks awful.
So what that is, because I read about this stuff, I'm learning so much. I'm like going to be a medical professional. They're like very around the toes and the fingers. They are like many warts that get around like where your nails are. Like the tips.
Dude, that's like in Game of Thrones, where dude gets the fucking what's that disease that turns you into a fucking leather thing, Stone Man or something.
Yes.
Game of Thrones. You don't remember?
I've never seen
that.
That
looks like. You never saw Game of Thrones?
No, maybe I should watch it, but it seems like too.
The fuck are you talking
fantasy-ish for me?
It's okay. It's not that fantasy-ish.
I don't know. I mean, I guess. The third.
You don't like the fantasy?
I do like fantasy, but I'm pretty particular about it, I guess.
You got to get the book.
I mean, there's some rough shit in there. You know, the incest and all that.
That sounds interesting. Maybe I'll watch it. I do need a new show. And
all of a sudden I say incest and you want to watch shit.
Yeah, now I'm in. I'm in.
Oh, incest.
I didn't know it was going to be incest.
I should probably say hi.
Yes.
The third one is, of course, a pierced tongue, and that is infected. And the reason that I put it there is as a PSA to young people, and don't get your fucking tongue pierced. Here,
P-Y-T.
The thing is, you're either if you're getting your tongue pierced, it might get infected. That's one of the reasons. But also, if you get your tongue pierced, I mean, you're kind of like a fucking like a whore.
Genius.
I don't know. It seems disgusting. Like there's only a couple reasons why you get your tongue pierced, right?
Yeah. I don't know why.
You want to get food stuck in your tongue?
Yes, food stuck in there.
You want to be able to put a Slim Jim right through that.
Yeah, get it up through there.
You know what I'm talking about? This way you're like.
I'm
You got it. No? You got it stuck on the bottom of your mouth, the top of your mouth, and you're just little front of it's just flicking around like that.
You know, this brings up something I dislike, which is piercings. I'm not really into like weird piercings.
Yeah,
no?
Don't like them. I'm not.
You know what? I never understand the guys that put all those fucking holes in their earlobes and then stretch them shits out like you could. You could put something. Like could put things in.
Well, okay.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Wipe that page out. I can't look at that anymore.
Okay, yeah, you got it. We'll get rid of it.
Where's my engineer? You're doing a good job, Gabe.
Okay, right.
Agatha 9000. Here we go.
I figured we. I figured we should boot Agatha up. and maybe ask her something.
I never have something for her. I don't know what.
Why don't you just
do we like this segment? I don't know about this segment.
I love this segment. You gotta instead of we always go for the joke, but what is something you really want to know?
Yeah, you just got to think of something you want to know.
Is that thinking music?
Yeah,
I think it is.
Agatha's smart, man.
I don't know. Well, she was smart with everything prior to 2020, and then
you got to get over that. There's a lot of human history before 2021 or whatever.
There is a lot of it,
yeah.
But there's been a lot that's gone on since then.
I know, but
there's got to be a question to something.
You're hung up on it. Why don't we get advice from her on something? How can we deal with our childhood fears? Let's do that.
There you go.
Here we go. Hi, Agatha. Oh, wait, hold on. Hi, Agatha. How do you think that I can deal with my childhood fears? I have a lot of childhood fears and I want to deal with them. What's your advice?
Facing childhood fears can be tough, but take small steps. Gradually expose yourself to those fears, maybe with a friend or a support system. Talking about it can also help. What specific fears are you dealing with?
One of my fears is frogs. I'm terrified of frogs.
It just sounds weird. Hey, maybe you guys should come over with your frogs and we'll play together.
Fear of frogs is not uncommon. Start by looking at pictures of frogs, then maybe videos. Slowly spend time around toy frogs. Eventually, try being near real ones in a controlled environment. Take it step by step and go at your own pace. What does that sound?
Well, sounds good. I like that.
Sounds good. Yes.
I already feel better.
Therapy session.
Great. Remember, it's all about gradual progress. If you ever feel overwhelmed, take a step back and resume when you're ready. Anything else on your mind?
Yeah, how's Tesla stock going to do this year?
How do you think Tesla stock's going to do in 2020?
Predicting stock market movements is tricky. It's influenced by various factors. Keep an eye on Tesla's quarterly reports, industry news, and economic trends for a clearer picture.
She's never going to haul off with something interesting to say. It's always going to be fucking...
Anything else you'd like to chat about?
It's all milk toast.
No, thanks a lot, Agatha. Also, Gordon hates you.
Toast.
Oh, sorry to hear that. I'm here to help. So if there's anything specific bothering Gordon, feel free to let me know. Is there anything else on your mind?
I hate the way you chew.
Oh my God, Gordon! There's a lot of specific things going wrong with Gordon, but it's not your fault. I'm so sorry.
No need to apologize. If there's anything you'd like to share or discuss about Gordon, I'm here to listen.
Oh my God!
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Oh boy.
That's a big...
Well, Gordon has a tendency to...
Wow, look at the time.
Into this?
Look at the time.
Look at the time. Look where we've got. Well, anyway, I have to say I still like the Agatha segment. I don't know about you guys. Wait, Gordon.
Yeah, it's fine.
Gordon said
I think maybe we're using it wrong.
Hey,
we just can't get anything interesting out of her. She's just so middle of the road, politically fucking. You know what I mean, I know. It is what it is.
It's like talking to Nikki Haley.
We got to ask her something.
Yeah, well, think about it.
What happened with all that?
Think about it. Well, I don't know.
Like something in history. Can you explain? I don't know.
See, we should have asked her about the fascism,
the Bay of Pigs. Yeah. You know, like, what can you tell me about?
Well, she will. She'll tell you, but she'll give you like a very internet search.
Well, it'll be like reading a history book.
And
then it's not that interesting.
Pretty boring.
It's gonna be just kind of dry.
You're right.
You know?
But how many people did Ben Franklin kill?
We could ask her that. That's a good idea.
Ask her that right
now. Hold on. Hey, Agatha, how many people did Benjamin Franklin kill?
Benjamin Franklin was not known for causing harm or taking lives. He was a statesman, inventor, and one of the founding fathers of the United States. If you have any other questions about him or a different topic, feel free to ask.
Yeah, but ask her why they found skeletons in the basement where he lived.
I've heard that they found skeletons in the basement in Ben
Franklin lived.
Wait, Benjamin Franklin's basement. Can you explain that? He must have murdered somebody.
There's no historical evidence to suggest that Benjamin Franklin was involved in any criminal activities or murders.
What about word on
Rumors
the street?
about skeletons in his basement are likely unfounded. Franklin was a renowned figure known for his contributions to science and politics.
See,
If you
Gabe,
have any
there's
reliable
no
sources
reason
with
for you to
specifics about
hate
his claim,
like you
Franklin's
happy
got
to look
something
into
on
it
this
further.
chick.
Dude,
Franklin's got something on this
He
chick.
hates
I'm
it. He
telling you,
hates our
no.
founding
I
fathers.
just you can't say
He hates America,
dude. No, it's just that ChatGPT won't say anything wrong, anything bad about anybody. Like, obviously, Benjamin Franklin was a bad guy. I mean, it's.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think you need to ask her. She's not going to say Benjamin Franklin was a bad guy.
No, she's going to say he.
I want to know where
he
you're
pumped
getting
him
it.
up twice.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hi,
You got a
Agatha.
gun?
Wait. Hi, Agatha. Did Benjamin Franklin ever do anything that's considered wrong?
Shady.
While Benjamin Franklin was a prominent figure, like everyone, he wasn't perfect. He did own slaves earlier in his life, but later became an abolitionist and freed his slaves. It's important to view historical figures with a balanced perspective. Is there anything else about Franklin or another topic you're curious about?
I think that
That's a pretty.
that tells you that was a good answer. See, that's why she's good. We just have to use.
All right.
We have to use her.
We got to use it right.
We have to use
We're
her
not
right.
doing it right.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to use
What are we going
it
to
right.
talk about next week?
Well, what? Wait, do we have who said what on the math problem?
I got the card.
Okay, so
here it is. Gabe wins this week.
did I? Yes.
Yeah, with B, the vertex is B. See, T-Bone had answer A, and I picked C.
Okay. My
So-
again, I must be picking too easy of problems because my wife just looked at it and was like, it's B. So
I still
That's
want her to. I still
pretty
need the
typical.
video.
I know.
I know she's busy,
yeah.
but
Oh yeah.
Come on.
She's got a couple months of being busy. Here's a new one. 2/3 times 9x minus 6 minus 4 equals 9x minus 6. Based on the equation above, what is the value of 3x minus 2? So this is an algebra problem that you then have to plug x into the other problem.
3x minus 2.
My wife already did this one because when she saw it, she just did it on the board, so I know the answer. So I'll sit this one out.
The value of 3x.
I'm gonna go D.
You go D. All right.
I'm going to go A.
Okay. All right.
T-Bone's going A.
Okay. We'll find out next week. Can't disclose. And all right. And as to what we're talking about next week, what do you guys want to talk about next week? You want to talk
I
about?
don't know, we got to think about it.
Got a specific movie or something you guys want to discuss?
Hey, we can play music on here that's past the time frame, right? Like you can play Happy Birthday or whatever. I'm not saying play Happy Birthday, but
It's like it's what they call that property, like a
Copyright.
yeah, like Mickey Mouse. You can put Mickey
what
Mouse
happened
on
with
there
the
now.
Mickey Mouse
It
thing
depicts
now.
him
We
how-
everybody just use Mickey Mouse.
So you can use the image of Mickey Mouse from
You fuckers.
Steamboat
You fuckers
Willie.
can't use my-
Yeah. But
You can use Steamboat Willie.
yeah, but the thing is that so Mickey Mouse doesn't have gloves. So if you depict him with gloves, that's wrong. You got to look at Steamboat Willie because you can only use that one. Any other iteration of Mickey Mouse, it still belongs.
They're going to come for you.
Yeah.
They're going to come for you.
Yeah. So
The guys in the black SUVs, those guys.
They will. It'll be the gay SS will come for you. Hey,
but you can do nasty things now legally with Steamboat Willie.
that's not
Okay,
all right.
Yeah, so,
thank you.
but
Well, hey,
anyway,
that was fun.
well, we've come to the end of our podcast. Thank you for listening. By the way, we have a website that's nottalkingaboutthat.com where you can get all of our episodes. You can also email us at theguys@nottalkingaboutthat.com. And if you have TikTok, we are on TikTok at Not Talking About That Pod. And just as a quick TikTok count right now,
What is TikTok? What is TikTok?
it's a social media video. We have 166 followers.
We gained what we had 138 last week,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, we get quite a bit because I work on it. I'm a marketing professional. So,
Wow.
I've been working,
And we only got 166.
well, hey, I have to have a good
professional.
product to sell.
Oh,
Before
you're
I
shitting on the web. Yeah, okay. Shitting on the podcast.
That's why he put the background like he did.
Yes.
Also, Costco sucks.
He's in the middle with
all right.
Oh,
what are you gonna do?
Us.
It sucks, but what are you gonna do?
But you don't have a choice. Our podcast sucks, but you have to listen. Okay.
Do we have any? Sorry. Did anybody email us?
We did get an email from a guy who wanted us to take a survey, a podcast survey, and actually listen to our podcast. He's from some company that does podcasts. His comments were that it's unusual to have 3 people on a podcast, and that it was pretty funny. So
good.
That's good. So yeah, we have a little traction. This podcast is definitely good, and you should be listening to it. And if you got to this point, you do. So
yeah, nobody got to this point.
I should have said that at the beginning.
Time ago.
% of the followers are cats.
They are.
Keep remembering.
There are so many.
Got to remind ourselves.
There are so many cats.
Those aren't 166 people.
We've got some cosplayers now too. We got at least one.
All right,
at least one cosplayer.
Welcome. T-Bone hates tiny hats. So
yeah, please don't wear any tiny hats.
No tiny hats.
Send us pictures of you with tiny hats.
Full size hats. Yeah, send pictures of tiny hats. Gabe will put them up.
We can post those.
Post them, Gabe.
We can fucking Daniel Tosh that. Give me 20 seconds. I'll talk about it.
Please send pictures of frogs wearing tiny hats, riding on top of swans.
Perfect.
Very nice.
All right, guys.
All right.
Hey, thanks. This was great.
Have a good day. We'll talk to you later.
See you guys later.
Talk to you next week.
Bye everybody.